Hi, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back for another video. It feels good to be back. I took like a week off unintentionally of editing and doing anything book related. Life just got really busy. Parent teacher conferences last week, so I came home 2 nights a week and I was just completely drained. I also hadn't seen my family in a while, and so I just spent some time with my kids. And the weekend we decorated for Christmas, and so I'm back. I haven't been filming, but I've been doing some things, and so I just wanted to get everybody caught up on what I'm doing. And I am trying to talk really fast because I do think that my mic is gonna die while I'm making this video because it was not 100% charged, but I wanted to make sure that I had this video made just for like some book updates for the people who are watching and really want to get into that. And then like if you don't, you can just kind of skip this video. But I also love having this as like a little diary for myself to go back to and look at and just see my writing process for whenever I do write a second book. Hopefully I write a second book. I have really been enjoying this process. Okay, so to get you caught up, I was and finished with draft one. And my November was supposed to be me going into draft two and finishing it. Well, that has not happened. November has gone by very quickly, and like we're quickly approaching December at this point. And so I am not even where I need to be with this project at all. And so, a couple of things that I have noticed while I have been going through like these edits, I'm gonna back up. So I printed it hard copy just because my brain needs that. I need like a physical copy of it. And so I went ahead and printed a hard copy that I put in this binder. I've been doing all my edits in blue just because I've always felt comfortable doing edits in blue. I've always done edits in blue. I'm currently working through chapter 3 and I am not as far along as I thought I was. And like, this is why. So like, here are the things. So I noticed that my chapters also seemed very short. And so when I was going through the first draft, I was just trying to get things down on paper, like write everything down, get it on paper. And so I do know like when you go to format a book, it's going to look completely different than this. So for instance, like my chapter 1, I think is just 3 of these pages. 1, 2, 3. Not even, this is would be the 4th page, but like barely the 4th page. And so I did realize like I needed to add some things. Just like some of the chapters didn't have like enough information. And so like I really wanted to go through and add a lot of that stuff this time. So I've been kind of taking my time. My chapter 2 was a complete and utter gut job. So like I completely went through my chapter 2 and I was like, this just isn't adding to the story. This is not the way I want to introduce this character because my book is like a dual point of view. It's told from like the guy main character and the girl main character. And I just kind of realized like, not really a good strong chapter for him. And so I went through and I completely rewrote chapter 2, which I think has enhanced the story a little bit more. So I actually took a while with chapter 2 because I had to rewrite it. And so like now I'm on chapter 3, which isn't a rewrite, but I realized that I need to add so much more. Chapter 3 is really short. I would say the first couple of chapters of my book were really short just because like I think I was just kind of getting into my like writing style, maybe, I don't know, but like the first couple of chapters are really short and I do feel like I can add more that would like enhance the story. And so that is what I've been working on. Chapter 3 needs so much more dialogue between the two characters. This is the chapter that they first see each other for the first time. They haven't seen each other in 14 years. So this is the first one. And so I do feel like there's more to the story that I need to add to chapter 3 and then going into chapter 4 as well. And so I would definitely say like printing this like hard copy has been so eye-opening for me because I've been seeing and noticing a lot of things about like my writing that I'm just like cringing over. But I also think like printing it has given me like a new, I don't know, like the ability to sit down with it and just kind of read it for myself. And like there are some parts where I'm just like, that's really good. Go Maisha. And then there are some where I'm just like, oh, that was so bad. Scratch that and take it out. So chapter 3, I've actually like the first page. I have so much writing on this first page. And then I got to the second page, and I think I got to the second page of chapter 3 last night, and I was just like looking at it and I said, oh my goodness, like so much of this has to change. And so like last night I was sitting at my computer and like doing some writing and thinking to myself, like, this sounds better this way than that. I wanted to just give some encouragement because I think like for me anyways, I have had to really change my mindset with writing this book. I do feel like when you get on social media, you do see a lot of highlight reels. Even when you're on like YouTube, you see a lot of highlights and like positive things and people doing all of this writing and everything. And then like I also had to realize, like I had to tell myself, like, my life isn't someone else's life and I shouldn't be comparing myself to someone else because like I not only work a full-time job, I have 3 kids, I am married, I have a life outside of doing YouTube videos to document this journey and then also trying to write a book. And so, sorry about that chime. That's someone coming in the house. And so, like, I feel like imposter syndrome has really been setting in for me. And, like, I am doing my best to just enjoy this process. And so, something that I told myself, like, this process is for me and me alone. Like, this journey of writing this book is for me. And, like, I'm opening it up because I want to have like this little documentation journey of writing my first book, but then also at the same time make connections with other people who are also writing their first book or who have written books and doing the self-publishing and all of that great stuff. And I just wanted to encourage you that if you are having imposter syndrome, if you were feeling like, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough or anything like that, I am here to tell you that you are. The fact that you thought you could write a book and you start writing a book and you've gotten really into it, you are a writer. You're going to get there. And these are things I've been telling myself. Like, I will get there. My journey is going to be different. Your journey is going to be different. And that's totally okay. It's fine if you're not spitting out 1,000 words a day. I don't even spit out 1,000 words a day. I mean, the days that I get that is great. But I also had to kind of tell myself, like, the timeline I set for myself can be adjusted because I'm self-publishing. So I could adjust my timeline. I can basically do whatever I want. And so I had to have some mentality shifts after last week and going into this week. So I didn't really get down on myself and then like not finish this because like I don't know. I do that. Like, I'll get into a project and then I feel like for me, imposter syndrome sets in. And then I'm just like, I'm not good enough. This is never going to work out. Like, why am I even trying? And then I just kind of give up. And I wanted to make sure I didn't do that this time. But I also wanted to encourage you that it's okay if it takes you 3 years to write that book. It will be written. And I had to tell myself, it's fine if it takes you 2 years to write this book. At least you know that you put 2 years into it. You've been working on it. You've been trying to perfect it. You've been trying to make it good, and that is fine. And your timeline is fine. So, like, I hope this random rambling was some encouragement for you, especially with this month of November. I do feel like a lot of people that I follow on AuthorTube have been making like huge progress, and I'm just like, gosh, like if I would have done this before I had kids, probably would have been done right now. I probably wouldn't have been done by now. Like, to be completely honest, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have still been taking my time, probably still would be going through and like completely rewriting chapters. And I think the best thing that you can do is start right now where you are and not focus on like if I would have, what if I would have, just your right now. we're going to get through this. We're going to get this done. It's going to be great. We're going to be rejoicing and singing and so very happy that we wrote the book. We got through it. We pushed through, even if it takes us 5 years. So, like, I hope that this encourages you to keep going. I'm going to keep going, and I'm just going to continue to enjoy this journey. I hope that you enjoy this journey with me, tuning in and seeing what I'm doing with my book. So I basically, that's all I have for right now. I just really felt like I needed to just do some encouragement for myself, and then encouragement for anyone who needs encouragement right now. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you are trucking along on those writing goals that you had for November. I will not be meeting my writing goal for November, and I'm totally okay with that. And I feel like you should be too. The fact that you keep showing up to this book and writing it, I think, is a good goal for November, that you persevered and you kept going. And that's what I told myself. That's my goal for November now, just to persevere and to keep going. I will see you in the next video. Bye.